Hey guys, today I wanted to show off this Kubota walk-behind mower. This is specifically a W5021. A W5019 would be a 19-inch, and the W5021, like this one, is a 21-inch, in case you're looking for one of these. I want to make a video on it because I do not see a lot of information or a lot of videos, in-depth videos at least, on this. And I thought it was really cool and really high quality mower that I wanted to give some credit to. So we'll start off with the engine. It's a 5 horsepower overhead valve Kubota made engine with a Mikuni carburetor, I believe. So mostly Kubota except the carburetor. Underneath, I'd say this is specifically a better bagging mower because it has that white disc, which is basically creates a vacuum and helps bag the grass a lot better. Unfortunately, I don't have a bag for it. I really want to find one, but I do have the mulch plug, which is pretty rare from what I can see. I barely see any for sale at all, and if they do, I don't see a mulch plug with them. There's a serial number, and model number as I showed. I'll show you the self-propel. So it's a 2-speed. It's shaft driven. I don't know if I'll be able to show that, but it is shaft driven, and it's 2-speed that you change right here. Feels very solid. So that's neutral, that's slow, and then that's fast. Sometimes you got to move the mower a little bit to change gears. It feels like a car actually sometimes. It's really cool. And to change the oil, you have a drain plug there. Very similar to a 14 SB, except a 14 SB, the way they machine that nut or that bolt to drain oil, you can put a tube over it. This one you cannot, which really sucks because unless you put some sort of tin foil or anything on here, you can't really get a good funnel under there because this is kind of too high up. So you really gotta configure it to change the oil, but it works out. It's good that it has a drain plug anyway. This is your fuel valve. That's closed, that's open. It feels very nice, high quality. I think the commercial versions of these had a bigger gas tank. This is the residential, so it does have a smaller gas tank. I really don't care. It's this is basically commercial for nowadays standards. This is even better than commercial. It is electric start, this one specifically, which I haven't seen any information on at all. So that's your stop and that's your start. And you push that in, there's no key, you just push that in for electric start. Controls, we'll talk about the controls. It has a blade clutch. So your blade clutch lever will be back here, and your self-propel lever is up here. To engage, you push this in, and pushing that in will basically lock that lever in. If you don't push it in, pretty simple compared to some other ones. But yeah, they're flipped around. At least for me, I'm used to having a blade clutch lever up here and a self-propel back here. But this one's different. It's flipped around. Takes some getting used to, but yeah, very high quality stuff here too. This metal, very high quality. It feels super robust when you lift it up. It feels very solid. And to start it up, you turn that to on. Of course, choke it, that's your throttle. And one thing about the choke is, I'm not sure if it's designed this way, but it seems to have a slot where once it starts up, it almost backs the choke off a little bit, at least enough to not kill it. So you don't really have to take it off choke immediately. You can let it run for a second, then put it to run. And then it has 3 clicks. Instead of a smooth throttle, it's like 3 different clicks, which is kind of weird, but it works. so who cares? So yeah, want to start it up and show you how it sounds. I think it sounds really cool. Sounds like a commercial mower with that weird transmission in the back. And it looks really cool too. So yeah. Yeah, so it sounds really cool, runs really well, I like it. Took a few tries I cleaned the carburetor a little bit, and there's this, how do I describe it? It's very common on a lot of Mikunis where they have some sort of plastic thing right below the float that keeps it from going too far down and basically flooding the carburetor and leaking gas everywhere. This one has that, but it also had a hole through it that went into the emulsion tube, and I didn't get that quite straight. So at first it wasn't running. It was running actually decently well for something that was getting less fuel, technically. But it wouldn't idle very well. It would surge a lot. So I fixed that, and it idles very well, very smooth. And some takeaways from this is, I like this so much that I even got some Kubota orange, which you can get from Tractor Supply Co. Touched it up a little bit, and I really want to find a bag for it. Like I said, I think I might get a Honda HR214 bag frame and see if I can just get a plain white bag, like a new old, not new old stock, but a newer one that doesn't have a Honda logo on it, and use that as a bagger, because I think that would, I think this thing would do great for bagging leaves and stuff this fall. This one's definitely a keeper for sure, I think. Compared to some of my other ones, I thinned my herd of collection per se, and I just couldn't really get rid of this one because it just feels super robust and just awesome. I haven't had a Honda HR214. I don't know if that feels just as high quality as this. I'm sure it does, but I think, I just think this looks cooler, if anything, with that orange. So thank you guys for watching, and I hope you liked it. And if anyone has a bag out there, let me know, please. Thank you.